You know, I was sitting here thinking today about all the years that we've been together. And it's not been that long, but we're coming up on 15 years. It's been a rocky ride. But one of the things that I've noticed in relationships is most relationships don't make it past 5 years. Why don't they make it? I'm going to tell you a little secret about how to make it and how to stay equally yoked. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a little piece of my mind. I just want to start today off by saying that my lovely wife is always my Valentine. Now, am I the best all the time? Not even close. So I take these moments and other moments in my life to just stop and reflect on our relationship. It was funny the other day, somebody asked my wife if everything was all right with our relationship. She asked why. And the person asked her, well, I see some of the comments that are made on Facebook. And we just giggle because we already know we just having fun. You know, a lot of times people just can't have fun in relationships. And that's the reason why they don't make it. From the very first time that I met my wife, we've been going at it. I was sitting in Dave & Buster's and my wife was there with her friend. I wanted to watch the Astros game and she kept on changing the channel to the Yankees. I kept asking the bartender, who's changing the channel? He said, you got to go talk to that young lady down there. I looked down and I'll be honest, my brother looked at her and was like, I said, hold on, I got this. I walked down there to her and I was like, why do you keep changing the channel from the Astros to the Yankees? Now, this was in the early 2000s. Her comment to me was this: why would you even want to waste your time watching a team like the Astros? I knew right then she was meant for me. Now, we didn't hit it off right at the very beginning. I asked her for a number. She denied my number. And I said, why not? She goes, it just won't happen that way. And I was like, okay, all right, we'll see. And I told her, to be continued. People are always talking about equally yoked. What is equally yoked about? When you have two oxen, when they are pulling a yoke, it means that they have to work together. And it means one thing about it is you got to be equal-minded in everything that you do. See, if you see oxen and say they're in a pulling contest, big pair of oxen, there's some that are just nicely built. But see, not always will those oxen ever pull together. Sometimes they just won't work together. See, me and my wife, we figured that thing out, is that from the very beginning, we've always had to work together, no matter what. A lot of these relationships don't work because they're not equally minded. Your spirituality has to be the same. Your mental has to be the same. Your drive needs to be the same. If you guys are pulling at two different forces, what's going to happen is wherever you're trying to go, it's going to be much harder. And then if you keep on pulling and one gets out in front and the other one gets left behind, there's no way that you can plow a straight line. I always tell people, you got to make sure that your plow is moving in the straight line. When you're going to plant, you don't want to plant in a like that. No, you want a straight line. How do you get a straight line in a relationship if you're trying to be equally yoked? This is the key. For me, it's all about God being first. If God is leading me, my wife comes behind me and we all pull the same. A 3-cord rope will never break because it's not just you and them in the relationship. Once you put God in the middle, nothing will ever break it. And I mean nothing. Now, we've had some situations because our relationship is not perfect. But the thing about it is that we never let it break. We keep pulling, no matter what. And I'm going to tell you right now, them kids are in the back, and that's mainly what we're pulling. So if we don't work together, they get off kilter. I don't like when they get off, because when they get off, we get off. And sometimes we have to take a break from them just so that we can get in line with the way we pull. if we don't come off of the starting gate and we don't both hit that yoke at the same time, whatever we're pulling is going to be very hard. And that's our children. And we have to make sure that we always are keeping our mind and our eyes on the goal ahead. We look to the left at each other, but we try not to fight each other. We try to fight the situation that we're going into. If you're having problems in your relationship, you might want to see if you're equally yoked. If one's pulling faster than the other, or if one's on a different agenda, it's never going to work. Keep your eyes on the prize, and keep your lovely lady right next to you, or your handsome man. Whatever it is, no matter how they're built, no matter how they look, as long as they pull for you, that's all you need. Too many people are into superficial relationships. It will never work. You got to be friends first. Me and my wife, we dated long distance for over a year. Yeah, we wanted to be together. We wanted to hang out. But you know what? Sometimes we just had to watch a movie miles apart from each other. If she was going out, then I went out. If she was staying home, I stayed home. And it's the same way now. We don't run around and do a lot of things without each other because we got to stay like-minded at all times. People, we just want to give you our story. I'm giving it to you from my perspective. No telling what she might say, but it doesn't matter. This is the deal. We almost 15 years in July. Loving every minute of it. Hard times, good times. Still doesn't matter. We're going to keep pulling because we are going to hit that yoke at the same time. It's David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, just telling you, wish your lady, I wish your man a happy, happy Valentine's. Take it easy. Bye.